Hi guys, what is up? It is Miki here, and today we are talking makeup brushes. Now I want everybody to have a really slow exhale because we're not talking about Morphe. And I also want to let you guys know, because there is so much controversy surrounding like beauty gurus, not like I'm a beauty guru, but you know what I'm saying, and like makeup brushes and people sponsoring videos and whatnot. This video is not sponsored. I don't have affiliate links. I'm not gonna make money if you buy any of these makeup brushes, nothing like that. I just want to let you guys know what I love to use, things that I've been really wowed by, and I also want to let you guys know where you don't have to spend a lot of money to have a good brush. Okay, with that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first brush, I guess I'll start with like biggest, I don't know, that I have is this It Cosmetics. This is the number 225 Complexion powder brush, and I use this brush just the way they had intended. I love how it has this beautiful dome shape to it. It's not too flat like this one you see here. This one's a little bit flat for applying face powder all over the face, but this one's just perfect. I get such an even application with my face powder, like my translucent powder. This is perfect. It's huge. It gets the job done. It easily fits within the contours of like my nose, under my eyes. This is a great brush to have. I got this as Ulta, and I think this is about $20. I will be linking everything down below, putting everything's price point down below so you can kind of see really quick before you click on the link. But yeah, I love this for my face powder. It's my favorite way to apply face powder, and it's just really nice to have. All right, getting back to this brush, this is a Morphe brush. These aren't all Morphe brushes. I think probably this is the only Morphe brush I have, but I wanted to point this out because this is an awesome way to apply your bronzer. It's big, but it blends really nicely. Do you guys see how those bristles just move? It's not a very dense brush. That's the kind of brush that you really want to be able to blend out things like your bronzer. You don't want a harsh line, so this is big enough, but it's also not too dense to where it just goes all around the face and just gives you a really nice glow. Now that being said, even though this is a Morphe brush, I would recommend basically any brush that's not very dense and very big and kind of has that dome to it to anybody, and you don't have to spend a lot of money finding a good brush like this. In fact, I would recommend that your bronzer brushes not be a brush that costs a bunch of money, because there are tons of brushes out there that you don't have to spend a whole chunk of cash on to get a great effect. A bronzer brush is definitely where you can afford to save a little bit of money in your makeup routine. I have two of my favorite blush brushes here. This is a Vasanti blush brush. This is the Blush 7, and this thing just, it's like a dream. It's not too dense, but it's just dense enough to give me an all over kind of glowy blush look. Whereas this is a Luxie 660. This is a precision foundation brush. I don't think this thing works well for foundation at all. And in fact, I always apply my foundation with a beauty blender, and that's how I feel like it works the best. I haven't found a brush that works great with foundation, but this is also a really nice blush brush, but it's different. Do you see the difference? How this is more pointed and you get more of a precise kind of application, whereas this is more domed out and you get kind of a glowy application all over with this one. The reason that I have picked both of these brushes as my favorite blush brushes is that there are times when I'm using a very subtle kind of color and I want it all over, and then there are times where I do, sometimes after using the all over blush, I want something a little, like I want to see a little bit of a gradient. I want to pack more of a punch in the middle of where that high point on my cheekbones really is. And that's when I would go in with this brush and use this brush to kind of zhuzh up my makeup look, if that makes sense. So yeah, both of these I'm in love with, and I haven't really found a cheap dupe that I love applying my blush with. I'm not saying they're not out there, I just personally haven't found one yet. Okay, this is a really interesting pick because this is like a $1 to $2 brush. This is a crown brush. This is the dual powder brush, and they don't make it like this anymore to where it's like a sharp cutoff at the end. Now it has like a rounded into it, which it doesn't really matter. But I have found they have two different kinds of bristles in this brush. You see these little black ones, and then you see these longer, what is white, but looks brown right here because it's not clean. I didn't clean these, sorry. This is a great contour brush, especially under the cheekbones over here. This just really gets the pigment where it needs to go, but also these little shorter bristles that are a little bit more dense down here, these actually really blend out the contour on the outer edges. This is a great contour blush, and I don't know if that's how most people use this brush, but this is awesome for that. And yeah, even though it's like $1 to $2, it is my favorite. It is my go-to. I would recommend it to anyone. And I've tried other contour brushes, but none make me as happy as this brush does. The next couple of brushes I really wanted to show you. Right here, I've got the Mally. This is like a big blending brush. And then I've also got the BH Cosmetics. It is also a big blending brush. I wanted to show you guys both of these because I wanted to show that this is a cheap brush. And I have many blending brushes. This is the first brush you're going to use in your eye look to put your transition shade down. You want it to be big, you want it to be fluffy, and you don't want it to be dense. And you also have to have that dome effect. You can find this brush in so many different places for so many different price points. You don't have to spend a lot of money on your transition brush. This is a great brush. I'm sure Morphe has also great, very cheap blending brushes. So don't spend a whole bunch of money on your blending brush. Go cheap, save money where you can, and they work great. They work like a dream, and I've got a ton of them. The next blending brush that I only have actually one of, I haven't found a really good dupe cheaper than this one. This is the Vasanti. This is the contour eyeshadow brush. Now, if I compare this guy to this guy from BH Cosmetics, this is great for transition, remember. This is great for applying your crease color. It has got basically the same shape, just this is thinner, and yeah, it just blends your crease out like a dream. And I haven't really found a dupe for it. I'm sure there are dupes for it. If you guys know a dupe for it, you want to let other people know, just comment down below and let them know. But this is a really great crease brush, and I haven't found anything as great as this so far. The next brush I wanted to show you is another BH Cosmetics brush. This is a eye pencil brush. You see these eye pencil brushes everywhere, and these are great for applying anything in your outer V, for really deepening up your color. You can use these as a crease brush, and I have used them as a crease brush, especially if I'm going to be doing like a cut crease, like I'll put that heavy kind of pigment down and then go over with my concealer. But yeah, you can find these eye pencil brushes everywhere. They work great under the lash line. They're perfect for smoking out a look, and they're very cheap. Don't spend a lot of money on your eye pencil brush, you guys, because you can find these very cheaply, and they're very affordable, and they still work great. Okay, the last two brushes I really wanted to talk about today was these kind of flat, very dense lid shader brushes. Now, this is from Urban Decay Naked 2. As you can see, Urban Decay is great about putting a good brush in there. I hardly ever use this other end, but this end packs a punch. If you want that bright, vibrant lid shade, this works really well for that. If I really want my color to show up a lot, I'll add Fix Plus to my, brush and then go into my shade. But this works really well as like a lid shader brush. You can find these brushes pretty much everywhere, and you can find them pretty affordable too. Now, that being said, as much as These will give you the look that you want and they work just fine. I have found a lid brush that I love, and I haven't been able to find a duplicate of it anywhere, and it's not that expensive. It's $8. It's from Royal and Langnickel. This is the Revolution BX80 brush, and see how much bigger it is? See, a lot of times when I'm doing like more of like an ombre eye or like a smoky eye, I will put like my inner corner color, I will put my outer corner, I'll do the transition, the crease, all that stuff, and then I will do my lid shade last, and I will go in with this brush into my shade and just dab it on the inside of my lid, and it just blends with those other colors next to it like a dream. When you have a good makeup brush, you guys, it's pleasurable to use. As weird as that sounds, this is a very pleasurable makeup brush. I just haven't found anything I love quite as much as this makeup brush for lid shades. It's just, if you got some extra $8 lying around and you want to try it, I would say go out and try it because I really love it. I think I got it in a BoxyCharm once upon a time, and I just have never looked back. I would definitely repurchase this thing if I didn't have it. And even though I can get the same effect with this brush, and if you're fine with that, you know, you don't want to venture out and try other things, you know, that's cool. But I gotta say, I love this brush. I really do. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Do you guys have brushes that you also love that you think I should try? Let me know down below in the comments. As always, make sure you hit subscribe before you go. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.